Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Plami, and in this episode of Versus EDOPRO, I'm gonna be using my BATTLIN BOXER deck to fight people online. And if you haven't seen my episode so far and you don't know the rules of this series, it is kind of reminiscent, or I mean it's very similar to the way Hardleg Gaming does his videos, where he just makes decks and fights with them against random people online. It's basically for me the same thing, although on a smaller scale. So if you want to see a more expanded version of this, which is the original version of this, actually go and check out Hardleg. He's a really great content creator. But anyway, basically what it is I am making decks which I have an interest to play, and then I play duels against people online, and it's basically a 3 out of 5. I need to win at least 3 out of 5 duels. Sometimes if I win too easily, or if my opponent surrenders before I end up doing anything, or I just get curb stomped, I might not count those duels, because at the end of the day this is about having entertaining back and forth duels, not about winning that much. But still, at the end, we're gonna be measuring which of the decks that I have played in this series have managed to win, and how quickly, and all those stuff. And then we might have some face-offs between those decks, but that's far in the future. For now, we've just done like what, 4 decks so far. I believe this is the 5th one. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to test out this deck and see how it's going to fare, because as I said at the end of the last video when I teased you about this deck, this archetype just needs support. It hasn't been supported ever since it was released, and it desperately needs it, because even though the extra deck monsters are pretty okay, I would say, I mean they've been a pretty popular structure deck, I believe a long time ago. It's one of the decks that the old YGO Pro AI had, and that I hated playing against, especially against this monster, because it has an annoying protection effect that back then I wasn't really good at building decks that can actually defeat even an AI. So yeah. But they completely struggle to summon those extra dex monsters, or at least have a hard time, especially for their strongest extra deck monster, which is the number 105. Because I believe, okay, let's see, this one negates the effects of opponent's monster and inflicts battle damage to my opponent, but the house number 105 is a monster that can destroy a monster by targeting it. And it's so hard to summon it, because already you need 3 level 4 monsters for the base version, and then for this one you also need Numeron Force or any rank up magic. So yeah, it just struggles to bring out at least 3 monsters in the field, and that is annoying, because the strongest monster in the deck is this one by far. But yeah, we're still gonna be trying our best, and I've done it as best as I can. I've added some monsters that are not part of the archetype but can special summon themselves, and I've added some cards that allow me to summon more monsters, like double summon, and I've added some cards that could help me slow down my opponent or beat him down more easily by inflicting burn damage, like Blazing Mirror Force or Battle Guard Howling. And I've also added Dark Hoe and Raigeki, and as I've said in my every single episode so far, for the most part I'm gonna try not to use these cards in most of my decks, because I feel like using generic powerful cards is kind of going to ruin the creativity in deck building, which is the most interesting part for me for doing this series. But sometimes when the decks are too weak to stand on their own, I would have no choice but to use them. And I think this is one of those cases. And still, whenever we're dueling, if I have the upper hand, I'm not necessarily going to use them. I'm only going to use them if I'm in a pinch and there's no other way to get around it. So they're going to be more like a backup option for me, because still it's ultimately about seeing how the decks themselves fare, like the unique elements of each deck fare, not my deck building abilities, which are not great but have gotten better over time. I used to just stack up 60 cards in the deck and it would be just cards that I have an interest in playing, not necessarily cards that are good. But yeah, I guess without further ado, let's get into the first duel, and hopefully we're not gonna be completely failing. But yeah, let's get into the first duel. And we got our first opponent already, Hoi. Okay, I chose paper. It's always so funny whenever the two people pick the exact same thing. And at this point, I think I'm so good at rock, paper, scissors that I can predict what people are going to pick most of the time. If that said, it's only as long as the two people pick the exact same thing at least once. But I also have to be paying attention and not doing multiple things at a time, like talking to you guys or other things like that. Okay, so we're playing against Union, or maybe ABCs, I don't know. Could be either of those. Keep on doing your thing, even if it takes like 50 minutes, I don't give a shit. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is cancer. This is literally the only entertaining way for me to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Nowadays, just doing it for you guys. Otherwise, I have to create my own personal rules. Like for example, oh come on! Not only you were just doing stuff for, what, a minute, and now you fucking surrender? Are you serious? God damn it. Okay, let's go to the actual first duel. Hey, we got our actual first opponent. Hell. Hope he's a better guy than the other one. Okay, so you're gonna pick this, I'm gonna pick this. God damn it, he knew I was gonna pick this, so I'm gonna pick it again. Fuck! This is exactly what I was talking about being able to predict what people are gonna pick. God damn it. Are you serious? Are you serious? I have no idea what he's gonna pick. Oh my god. What the hell? Literally, what the hell? That was hilarious. But yeah, as I was saying, this is the only way for me to enjoy playing modern Yu-Gi-Oh! With like normal rules of special summoning and being able to have 3 cards out of everything and all those stuff. Otherwise, I have to go by other rules which make the game more entertaining to me. Like, for example, I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but there's a thing called Trinity format, which is a fan-created Yu-Gi-Oh! Format in which you have fan-created rules. Like, for example, you can only... I think it was... You can only summon 3 times per turn, or something like that. And you can only have one card per card. Like, you can have up to 3 cards out of every card. And I don't know why. I don't know exactly why. I have some ideas about why, but it really made the dueling side of things so much more entertaining, because you can have so many different strategies in your deck. You didn't have to focus on doing one thing. Considering how many cards you have in your deck, it allowed you to have so many different strategies, and it just made duels less monotone. Okay, let's see, what can we do? I think I'm gonna summon this one. I'm gonna summon a fiend, right? Opponent cannot target, also cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects while you control them. Oh shit. Oh yeah, this is gonna be tough to defeat the 3 demons. Okay, I'm gonna... I wanna fucking sneeze. Yeah, I'm not really feeling great about this. I think we might be able to do it, but I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so let's go for the good old Battling Boxer lead yoke. Are you gonna summon another one? Okay, let's put a face down. And let's destroy one of his tokens. Yeah, there's a sneeze and I can't sneeze. So I'm sorry whenever it's gonna blow your ears out. You know what? Give me a second, I'm gonna be back in a second. And I'm back. Hopefully I'm not gonna sneeze now. So yeah, as I was saying about Trinity format, it's actually a really entertaining format, and I just like how the fact that you're restricted to using only one card per card, it just makes the duels feel more more like the anime. Because I'm pretty sure in the anime, outside of a bunch of specific cards, most of the cards in their decks are just limited to one, and that just makes the duels like more different from each other. Because nowadays, the whole point of the way we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just to get the exact same cards to your hand every single time. We call that consistency nowadays, right? Like, if a deck can't do that, it's considered to be inconsistent. And for Trinity format, something like this doesn't matter. You're supposed to build your deck in a way where the cards that you get in your hand, you can get any of the cards from your deck in your hand, and you should be able to do enough to fight against your opponent. And it does slow the game considerably. And I still can't say whether it's exactly how like my perception of Trinity format is exactly how it is, because I haven't played it against meta players or anything. I've just played it against myself, and it's been really, really fun. But it's definitely something to look into, because they also have their own ban list that they upgrade over time. And I personally don't agree with it, but whatever. So sometimes I've also not really... I felt like the Trinity format rules haven't been enough to get me to the exact type of Yu-Gi-Oh! That I enjoy. But maybe at some point in the future I might do a video in which I play exactly by those rules, or maybe I decide to create my own rules and share it with you guys. Okay, so yeah, lead yoke, for those of you who don't know, has an effect that by detaching an exist material, it will not be destroyed by battle, or card effects actually. And it also boosts its attack by 800. That's why I love, or at least actually I used to hate this monster. Because when I was playing YGO Pro for the first time, in the beginning, in the early days, I used to be playing against the AI, and the first deck that the AI used was this. Wait, which one is attacking me? Why did you destroy that? So, the deck that I used to play against with the AI was this one, and I wasn't good enough to defeat it, so every time it boosted its attack, it was just too hard for me to defeat. Because by the time I'm able to remove it from the field, my opponent, the AI has summoned another monster, so it's not really okay, let's see. You know what? I'm gonna focus on the duo. I'm gonna stop talking about completely random stuff. We can do that, but I don't really want to do that. I think I'm gonna end my turn, actually. For now, I'm gonna keep crossover, because I think it might be useful next time. But for now, I want him to attack me. And, so it would boost lead Yoke's attack to 3800, and next turn I'll be able to activate BATTLIN BOXER Counterpunch, which will boost his attack by 1000, so I'll be able to defeat his Raviel, Lord of Phantasms. And I also don't know if I'll be able to activate crossover and use it on him because of Fallen Paradise protection effect. But basically what crossover does is, if I have a warrior monster, I can target one monster in my opponent's field and equip it to that warrior monster. And then basically this would cause my monster to be protected by the equipped monster. Oh no. Wait, what? Oh, wait, you sent 3 spell cards. Okay, never mind. Did you? I'm not exactly sure actually what you did. What did you do, but whatever. Okay. I guess we're gonna have to use this next time. I'm gonna activate the effect, so it's gonna get protected. Oh, come on! It didn't boost its attack though, so it's gonna get destroyed. And that's bullshit. See, we have some stuff we can do next turn. I'll be able to use this, which allows me to special summon BATTLIN BOXER from my graveyard. The duel is not over. It's never over until you draw your last card. Oh, that's even better. I think. Hopefully he's not gonna stop me from doing anything. Okay, no target. Okay, I will not be able to target it, but that's fine. I think we're gonna have enough stuff to do stuff with. Let's summon this dude. Oh, I forgot he boosts his freaking life points. That's so annoying. Okay, let's special summon this one. Oh, come on! I'm gonna summon so many monsters and boost his life points for nothing. That's so dumb. Okay, so what if we do this? If I summon this, then because of its I mean, I don't know. You can target monster up to the number of existing material discard head on the field. So I can summon this and equip it with the. You know what? Let's go. I don't care. this is about doing different, using the different monsters, not necessarily playing the most optimal plays. So let's summon number 79, Battling Boxer, Nova Kaiser, which gains 100 attack for each exige material attached to it, and we can also use its effect where from my graveyard I can take a Battling Boxer and add it as an exige material. And what else we're going to do is I'm going to activate Magnum Shield, which I can equip to Nova Kaiser, and its effect is, as you can see, that the equipped warrior type monster gains attack equals to its defense when it's in attack mode, and defense points equal to its attack when it's in defense mode. So yeah, we are more powerful than Raviel, but I'm not really that hopeful that I'll be able to defeat him. I mean, I'm hoping that I will be able to, but as you can see, he always has tricks up his damn sleeve. At least, thanks to his effect, I can summon the 3 Battling Boxers from the graveyard. Which is not the worst thing ever. Because we can now actually summon this one, and I guess we can summon this again, but it's not that useful now, so I don't know. Let's see. During the player's battle step, if a Battling Boxer you control battles on opponent's monster, you can detach one exige material, negate the effects of opponent's monster until the end of the turn. The monster you control cannot be destroyed by that battle. Also, your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from that battle. So we're definitely summoning number 105, Battling Boxer Star Cestus. Yeah, keep on giving him life points. At this point, I guess the only way I'll be able to defeat him is by decal. At least I have protection, so he shouldn't be able to defeat me too easily. Unless he has effect destruction. Are you gonna attack? Oh, good. Then I'm gonna activate my effect then. We're gonna send this one to the grave. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that easy to defeat him. Gotta destroy this card. I gotta add more spell and trap removal to my decks, that's for sure. I'm gonna definitely keep that in mind for the next deck. Okay, so let's summon Battling Boxer Switch Hitter. Or should we? Or should we keep more of the... Let's gather up a little more resources. Yeah, let's gather more resources before I do anything. Oh, come on! You already have 100 times my life points. Do you really need more? But it's cool. I like facing off against the 3 Phantasm Demons. It's such a shame that I'm wasting so much resources right now on barely inflicting any damage, but better than nothing. This monster should have had lower attack, because like this is basically the effect of that rank 1 monster which requires 3 level 1 monsters, like the Big Lion or something. I think it was number 54, if I remember correctly. Okay, we have actual useful resources once we get rid of the stuff on Sarcestus. So we will be able to summon another one. I also have to download the HD images for these cards. But that's probably gonna happen when we get to that deck, because I definitely have a deck made for it. And I just lost the duel. I'm pretty sure I just lost the duel. Are you dumb? Wait, did you negate it? Oh, fuck you. Okay, we're not starting off great, but there's still hope. I'm still hopeful that I'm gonna win with this deck. But yeah, that was the first duel. Let's get into the second one. And we got our second opponent, Unwall. Wonder what deck he is going to be playing. Okay, again, kind of like, not bad, but not really great of a hand. And we still don't know what my opponent is playing, so that's a little annoying. I mean, there's not much we can do right now, so let's just summon this dude, because he like has 2000 attack. So he's at least a beat stick, and let's punch him in the face, or in the back, in this case, because the card is face down. Shadows, huh? Shadows have always been a deck that I've been facing against, but I've never really tried and used. Like, fusion decks are my favorite thing because that's what I watched when that's what the extra deck monsters were when I was a kid. When I first started watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Back with GX. But I, for some reason, just have never really tried this deck. Okay. The annoying thing about this monster is that when it's targeted for an attack, it gets destroyed, so I won't be even able to use Counter Punch, but as long as he doesn't OTK me, we're gonna be fine. You know, I thought this deck had enough ways to send Battling Boxers to the graveyard so I can special summon them with Switch Hitter, but apparently not. Ooh, we can actually special summon this dude. When I take battle damage, I can special summon it, and then I gain life points equal to the damage I took. It's a pretty good monster, actually. Pretty useful. Okay, what is the effect of this one? El Shadow Window. Cannot be destroyed by an opponent's card effect. Each player can special summon monsters once per turn while this card is face up on the field. Well, that's annoying. Shit. Well, in that case, I think I'll still be able to special summon because it says special summon once per turn. So if we normal summon right now, we're gonna be fine. Which is good. Because I can bring out Galosjo now, use the 2 monsters to Xyz summon. Lead Yoke. And then, because of its protection effect, I'll be able to attack Shadow Winda and destroy it and still have my Lead Yoke on the field. Perfect situation. I mean, I guess I can also use Counter Punch, but I don't really want to waste the card right now, because I might face more powerful monsters later. Oh, come on! That's the one thing that I didn't foresee happening, although it makes sense, because I've seen Super Polymerization in Shadows before. Oh, he actually didn't use my monster? Why? That's an anime move if I ever saw one. But that's a very peculiar monster to deal with, because not only he gains attack, so I won't be able to destroy him right now, but then if I destroy him, my special summon monster is gonna get destroyed. Those kind of effects from the Arc 5 era are both a blessing and a curse. I kind of like having this, like, oh, if your opponent controls special summon monsters effect that all the monsters from that era have, but it's also annoying. I mean, I'm still gonna face against a small monster at least. Yeah, that card's not gonna be that useful right now. But I think we're gonna be fine if I wait for next turn and then attack him next turn. Because his attack points are gonna go down, and then because Lead Yoke's effect, I'll be able to protect him twice. If it needs be, so I think we might be able to defeat it, but I'm not sure. Worst case scenario, hopefully we'll draw Raigeki or Dark Hole and maybe use that. I don't know. Is he gonna suicide? I doubt it. His monster doesn't get protected. Okay, wait, what? Shadow Rook. During my face you can fusion summon one shadow monster. Okay. Do that if you want. Okay, I'm a little confused what just happened there. Wait, you just activated that? You didn't activate the effect of it? Why? Okay, so we can actually destroy Starving Venom now. Good. Okay, so I don't know if I want to use that right now. Let's just go and destroy his Fusion Dragon. Or is he gonna fuse it away now? Are you going to? Guess not. This guy's special summon you can turn off. Fuck. Well, I still have a way to destroy his stupid monster, but it's gonna be destroyed because of the card effect, so... Yeah, I'm just gonna put a face down there. I forgot, I just remembered that there's the function to shuffle the cards in your hand. I forgot that's a thing. You just activated my trap card. Blazing Mirror Force. Your monsters get destroyed. And then we both take damage equal to half the attack points. And my monster still gets destroyed, but screw it. Oh, he gets a Shadow card. That's fine. Oh no, he gets to direct attack, I think. I mean, he's still not gonna OTK me, but... That's annoying. Yeah, this head cannot be destroyed by a card effect. I forgot. Well, still pretty cool. You know what's funny? This deck is actually holding out better than the other two, I feel like, because the duels seem to be going on for longer. I don't know what that's about, but it's what's happening. Okay, so this time we're gonna summon Switch Hitter. And we're gonna special summon... Who should we special summon? I mean, we can special summon Lady Oak, but not really a point right now. Let's special summon Veil. And now... Oh, come on! I forgot about that! And we can't special summon again. I mean, I can still do something about it. I can still defeat that stupid monster. Begone, thought! Bye-bye. So I think I should be able to actually Exceed Summon during the second half. I mean the second main phase, not second half. Yeah, in this case I think we're gonna go for Lady Oak, because we need some protection right now, because I'm kinda low on life points. Okay, we're actually doing pretty well. There's some really cool back and forth in these two duels so far. Like, it's weird, like in the last few videos, it's been mostly one side destroying the other, whether it's me destroying my opponent or my opponent destroying me. The only time where there was actual back and forth like this was in the original recording for the first episode, which I still featured in the first episode, but it's towards the end and there's no audio, like there's no... you won't hear me speaking in that part, you just will hear the game audio. Because I lost the Audacity file for it, stupidly. Because my computer had to reboot for something, and then when I turned Audacity again, I just told it to... Oh, come on! Did you summon it again? I gotta pay more attention. Wait, why cannot attack directly? Because of Shadow Rook? Okay, that's fine. I'll destroy it next turn. And we have this if my opponent decides to summon a bunch of more monsters. We're definitely not attacking the face down. Unless I'm forced to. Okay. Hello? When is gonna be my turn? Okay. We have some resources. Okay. I guess let's just go for the attack, because I can't destroy it with a card effect, but I can destroy it through battle. Stop it! He's gonna summon the damn fusion dragon again, isn't he? Shit! I will destroy it this time. I don't give a shit. In the second main phase, I'll destroy it. You think I don't have the means to destroy it? You're wrong. No, I'm not gonna battle. I'm not a moron. Fuck your monster. Thank you for boosting its attack, by the way. Okay. He has an empty field. I hope he doesn't surrender, because that is the most annoying thing that happens. Whenever somebody doesn't get to play their plays, they always end up surrendering, and it's so annoying. Like, I don't do that. Okay, so now we have a little bit of a moral conundrum. Should I use this effect to special summon it? And thus remove the protection of this? Or not? You know what? Let's go. We're gonna summon another lead yoke. Oh yeah, but if I special summon it, I cannot battle this turn. Shit. That's fine. Let's summon the other lead yoke. At least we have more monsters on the field. But I still can't attack, because I'm an idiot. Yeah, if that monster was released today, it probably was going to would have some other beneficial effect, not a downside effect. Because now these monsters are being able to be special summoned willy-nilly. I mean, it was already restricted to its archetype. So there was no need for some other bullshit effect like you cannot do something if you're special summoning this. Man, this duel is going on for way too long. It's been like 13 turns, which means it's probably been like 20 minutes. Hope I'm not boring you. If somebody is even watching this video, because for some reason the first 2 episodes have like 40 views by the time of the recording of this episode, and the last 2, which I recorded yesterday, have only like 3. So yeah, I don't know what's that about, but I guess I did upload those videos like a month ago previously. So those people, it's gonna be a little while until they find out that I've posted Yu-Gi-Oh videos again, especially because I'm posting so much content, different content on my channel. But it's too late to make multiple YouTube channels at this point. I don't want to start again with the subscribers, like I'm already halfway through 1,000 subscribers. Okay, why is he taking so long? What are you waiting for? Okay, why is he not responding? Oh, come on, are you really gonna force me to surrender? Really? I don't care. I'm counting this as a win. It's his dumb fault. This was a win. I'm not gonna wait any longer if he's not gonna do anything. Are you going to play or what? Okay, I don't care. This is a win for me. I was going to win. I don't give a shit. Even if he had some ass pool card that could have defeated me, this is a win. I don't care. So yeah, let's get into the third duel in this case then. And we got our third opponent, Indigoniero. So that was an unfortunate ending to the last duel. And it was so long as well. So that's a really unfortunate ending, because I checked how long I've been recording for and it's been like 50 minutes at this point. So that dude probably took me like 20-30 minutes. Such a shame. Wait, you didn't do anything? Why? Okay, send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, then target one battling boxer. Oh, you can't special summon, okay. Let's summon this. When it's normal summoned, I can send a battling boxer from my deck to the graveyard. Yeah, we're not really starting off strong, but neither is my opponent. And there's not much we can do. Let's put a face down and let's attack directly, I guess. 1000 damage is 1000 damage. Better than nothing. I should use this card. I need to add it to my deck. Really? That's the only thing you can do? Oh. Melfi. What the hell does Melfi's do? Oh, really? Now I got this card? Why do I have so many spell cards? There's nothing I can do with them. Wow, we're all the way back to Caveman Yu-Gi-Oh! I think the only reason why this deck is gonna be winning is because I'm just fighting very incompetent people who surrender as well. Shit. Okay, we can send a battling boxer to the graveyard. Okay, actually, yeah, let's activate this. Battling Boxer Spirits. I can special summon a Battling Boxer from the graveyard and then wait, what? Oh, we did send a card off the top of the deck. I was like, wait, what? Because I thought I would be able to send a Battling Boxer to the graveyard. Guess I was wrong. Because I was wanting to special summon another monster so I can XC summon, but I guess that's not happening. Discard special summon by the effect of a beast monster. You can target one card on the field, destroy that target. What kind of buttfuck nowhere did you pull this card from? This is the most random card I've ever seen. Hey, at least it's not some kind of generic meta cards. Is this person literally using just random beast cards? Because it really reminds me of the... What was the name of that team in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds which used beast monsters and almost defeated Yusei and his friends? I think it was Team Unicorn or something. It feels very reminiscent of that because they literally use the same kind of like gimmicky beast monsters that could do different things. It's actually some of my favorite duos from 5Ds. Is he gonna attack? I mean, most likely. But I don't really care too much. Okay, what is your effect? During your main phase, you can special summon level 4 lower beast, beast warrior, wing beast, monster from your hand. Also, you cannot use monsters link materials for the rest of this turn. Well, that's a very useful monster. Why do not all the archetype link monsters get this kind of effect? Because that would be freaking useful. Okay, so we can do some things, some stuff and things, but the effects that this person is hiding, I don't know. Wait, does this activate once or does it activate multiple times? Because if it does multiple times, that's gonna be fucking annoying. I mean, we have to activate this. A special summon my headgear. Oh, you want to play that game? Let's play that game. Hopefully you won't be able to activate that effect again. Even though I think you will. Because some idiot didn't restrict this. Like, this is stupid effects. This is something that Konami should freaking fix. You shouldn't be, like, having the effect once per turn is already bad enough. But being able to activate it multiple times per turn, that's bullshit. See, this is bullshit. Even with my best decks, I will not be able to defeat these because he can literally block everything that I want to do. Are you gonna negate this as well? I'm so done with this shit. Why? He's gonna destroy it. Oh my god, I wanna surrender, honestly. This is the one time that I really want to surrender. Because there's nothing I can do. I've lost. I've definitely lost, pretty much. I mean, he doesn't have enough firepower to destroy me in one turn, but... Oh, I guess he does now. Well, that was a pathetic loss. At least in the first duel, when we fought the Phantasm Demons, we fought Phantasm Demons, which are pretty powerful beat sticks. But this, I just lost to a stupid gimmicky beast deck. So now we literally have to win the 4th and the 5th duel if I want this deck to qualify. And not be the first deck that loses. But I don't think I'll be able to. But anyway, let's get into the 4th duel. Hey, we're gonna be fighting one of the... of Yuya's personalities, Yuto. I wonder if he's gonna be playing Phantom Knights. And that's kind of a trash hand. I think he might be playing Phantom Knights, even though he's clearly playing Black Wings right now. Because both archetypes are dark and can work with each other. There's probably some Raid Raptors into this as well. Yep. Told you. I'm not really hopeful for a win. I'm telling you. And pretty much if we lose this, that's the end of the video. So I guess if you look at the length of this video, you probably already know the answer of whether I won or lost, but I can't see into the future. Okay, so far my predictions about his deck are pretty accurate. We just have to see some Phantom Knights. I think I literally fought this deck like yesterday in the... I mean, I don't know if it was in the Ancient Gear video or the Adamantipator video, but I'm pretty sure I fought it. Man, I love Raid Raptors so much. Such a cool deck. Okay, he's really spamming the field. But is he actually going to end up on good monsters? And also there's the Phantom Knights. Is he trying to OTK me? Yeah, I'm definitely losing this duel. There's no way I'm winning against Raid Raptors. Unless I freaking draw Raigeki or Dark Hole. This would be the one case in which I have to use them. But I very much doubt. It's only gonna happen if the heart of the cards is on my side, and if I believe in my deck. Which I do, but still. Oh, there's even Dark Rebellion. That's great. Are you serious? Oh, that's so annoying. Let's get into the actual 4th duel then. He played all that and lost connection. Are you kidding me? And we got our actual 4th opponent, Cybersoul. Let me guess, he's gonna be playing Cybers. At least this is a little bit of a better hand. Got some power boost, some decent things that I can do, and some protection. Are we gonna be playing against I? Wait, is this a new monster? Wait, have they got a new support? Right after I played them. That's such bullshit. If this card is linked summon, you can add one Ignister Island from your deck to your hand. When a Cybers monster with 3000 2300 original attack activates its effect, you can move this card to your main monster zone this card points to. Then you can... But this card doesn't point to a main monster zone. Then you can make this card become any attribute until the end of this turn. What use would be switching the attributes though? It's cool that there's a quick way to get Ignister Island, but I'm not really understanding what's the point of the attribute change. Splash Mage. Yeah, there's a lot of comboing with Savar's decks, and I hate them for that. It's why the duels in Brains were so boring. Because there was just spam, 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 spam. Like, there's even memes about it, how Playmaker's catchphrase is Link Shokan. Because he says it so many times. I'm surprised they didn't expand the extra deck limit just because of how many monsters he freaking summoned. Because it's very hard to believe that he had the exact 15 monsters in his extra deck that he needed for this duel. Wait, is that another new card? You and I. Pretty fun name. If a Cyber's monster with 2300 original attack is special summoned, you can activate one of these effects. Earth or Water, half the attack of one face-up monster on the field. Wind or Light, negate the effects of one face-up card on the field. Fire or Dark, special summon one Ignition token. Oh, it's a continuous spell. Oh, that makes more sense. At first I was like, it's kinda shit, it's not gonna be super useful, but if it's a continuous spell, it's definitely gonna be more useful, but still it's kind of okay at best. Oh my god, don't you get tired playing this? Wait, you went for Firewall Dragon Dark Fluid? I was just gonna say, if this deck had a Zark monster, considering how many different monsters with different extra deck monster types he was summoning, I would have thought that he was going to summon it, and he kinda went for that, I guess. Okay, if this card is being summoned, you can place counters, gains 2500 attack for each counter on it during the battle phase. Oh, that's unfortunate. When opponent activates a monster effect. Okay, so if I allow him to attack me, then we should be okay. Although if he attacks me, I will not be able to use BATTLIN BOXER Veil's effect. So that's annoying. Yeah, there's not much we can do, so let's just summon Headgeared. Why would you negate it? You're an idiot. You just use up your attack points. So now I will be potentially able to survive using BATTLIN BOXER Veil, I think. Because I'll be 5300. Yeah, I'll definitely be able to survive it. If he decides to attack me. And also he won't be able to protect Dark Fluid from my Blazing Mirror Force. So there's that as well. Uh-oh. Didn't catch that. Please attack me with Dark Fluid first. Please, 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 please. Because if you attack me with this first, I'm fucked. Shit. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to survive anyway. Honestly, if I'm gonna lose the duel, let's just lose the duel and end it, because it's already been much longer video than it needed to be. At least we managed to do some really cool stuff. It's so unfair that I cannot activate the effect of this, because it would revive me. It's such bullshit, but that's the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess. Okay, so I guess this deck is going to be the first one to lose. And its only win was basically because my opponent was being an asshole, so I was forced to surrender, but I still count it as a win because I was probably gonna win. I don't know. I don't know if we should count that as a duo, but even if we didn't count it as a duo, so far I've literally lost every single duo, so even by the other rules, if we ignore that duo as it never happened, the fact that I consistently lost every single duo that I played, I think pretty much spells out the fate of this deck, so yeah. Okay, so it fared about as well as I expected. The first two duels were pretty fun because I actually managed to do some cool stuff. And I wish that second duel I managed to win properly, not because of de facto rules. But it's still a win. I don't care, it's still a win. I still kinda does win. And yeah, I guess let's tell you what it's going to be the next deck that we're going to be playing in the next video, and it's going to be Blackluster Soldier. And this deck is actually another very annoying deck to make work, because there's so many little parts of this deck that if you get when you need them, it's a decently powerful deck. But if you don't get them, it's just a mishmash of random cards, kind of. So I think from what I remember, I've made it work pretty well the way it is right now. So probably I'm not gonna end up changing much of it, if any. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to check it out. But that's gonna be probably in a little while, maybe in a week or two. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you end up enjoying my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where you can pledge your support and help keep the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!